Assistant Director. Danny, you want to hold up your hand? He ran out on me.
He quit.
Oh, okay. He's the Mike Pence of the Trump administration. Phil Kaiser is my public relations man. He runs the sound system, promotes us on Facebook, and oh, don't clap too long, it'll go to his head.
Already has.
He does our name tags as well. He does a good job of promoting Indiana race chasers, that's for sure. Oh, there's Danny. Wait till everybody, Danny's standing in the back with the white shirt. My assistant director. He does all the things I don't want to do. Mary Williams and Mike McCauley have been our co-registrars at the table. They collect your money for our charity of that particular luncheon. And that charity is always chosen by our guests at each luncheon. And we will find out the results of that after our program is over. I'd like to thank all the attendees that came. We had 71 RSVPs, which is far above the average. And of course, we can attribute that to our guest, I'm sure. Now, as to how many are actually here, Phil usually does the count, so I'll check with him afterwards and put it in Noggles Goggles, perhaps on Monday. By the way, those of you that don't know about Noggles Goggles, I finally made something useful out of my last name. It's a 6-day-a-week report on open wheel racing. I don't do anything with NASCAR. I don't even like to say the N-word. So, did I stutter? I stuttered. Hockey. Thanks to all the attendees. It's been it's kept us on our toes. We had a meeting, a board member meeting last week, I believe it was, and did some planning. I'd like to recognize certain people that are here. Dr. Mark Usler, head of IRMA, Indiana Racing Memorial Society. And his assistant is here.
No, you got it reversed, John. As always, your page is upside down.
And you're from Indiana Wesleyan, you say?
Oh, this is good.
Okay, then I just want to introduce anybody else.
Thanks, Don.
I'd like to also introduce my contact for having our special guest speaker here today, and that was a girl I knew in high school. She was a senior when I was only a junior. So,
There goes your friendship.
and that was Janine Decker, now known as Janine Hoyer. And her husband, Daryl. And big thanks to Janine for making this luncheon possible. I'd like to introduce all the way from New Zealand, Willie Kay. Former race driver, Eldon Rasmussen. He's still eating it. And West Coast Indianapolis 500 expert, David Joe Ondo Jr.
Thank you.
He likes to go around as Carl Fisher IV.
does he do that?
And all the way from, I think it's upstate New York, Claire and Dolores Poremski. They co-chair the bench racing weekend each year. Okay, I had two daughters of, I hear it's a real nice place. I've been in Bob Watson's shop next door, but I haven't been in the Grand King, so.
Come by anytime.
I hear you can eat off the floor.
Yeah. Clean shop.
At this time, I'd like to introduce one of our two program co-chairmen, Mr. John Blazier of Carmel, Indiana, who will discuss. He's been very ill lately, so he made a special effort to be here today, and we certainly appreciate that. And I even offered him a ride, and he turned that down. He says, I'm going to tough it out myself. So, and he is here, and we're very glad for that. He will at this time announce future luncheon dates and today's guest.
Welcome all. We're surely glad that you all made it out today. We have a couple of really great folks with us, and we're extremely proud to have them. Just one quick announcement before introductions. It was decided at our recent board meeting that our monthly luncheons will be on hiatus during the upcoming summer months. We will be returning in September with more racing guests planned. Upcoming future events will be announced in the Through Noggles Goggles newsletter.
And Facebook.
And Facebook, thank you. Today, I have been given the honor of introducing two icons of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as our special race chaser of Indiana guests. First, a man who has left his mark on auto racing, known for his skill, courage, and competitive drive to win. His racing career has spanned 4 decades, and he has competed in several divisions of motorsports, including the USAC Sprint Midget Car Series, the NASCAR Grand National Series, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, the International Race of Champions, and the PPG IndyCar Series. A few, and I stress a few, of his major accomplishments in the world of auto racing include the 1963 Daytona 500 qualifier number 2 winner, the 1965 USAC National Sprint Car Champion, 1973, 1976, and 1980 Indy Pole Position winner, 1974, 1976, and 1980 Indy 500 Champion, 1974 USAC Pocono 500 Champion, 1980 PPG IndyCar Series Champion, 1986 Michigan 500 Champion, 1987 Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame inductee, 1993 Motorsports Hall of Fame of America inductee, 1995 National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee, 1996 International Motorsports Hall of Fame inductee. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Race Chasers of Indiana organization, I am honored and humbled to introduce 24-time Indy 500 starter and 3-time Indianapolis 500 champion, Lone Star JR, Johnny Rutherford. I'll introduce Howdy here, and then we'll be ready to go.
Everybody knows Howdy.
Listen, we did all that information on him, I'm going home. I don't.
Our second guest today will serve as our moderator. We are pleased to have with us a man whose voice is synonymous with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway radio network. Heard by millions from around the world on race day, he served as broadcast reporter for various areas around the track, including Turn 2 for 23 years, the backstretch for 5 years, the hospital for 3 years, the pits for 1 year, and even serves as statistician for the radio network for 10 years. His 42-year Indianapolis 500 broadcast career is legendary, and we are pleased to have him with us today. In the words of our friend Sid Collins, take it away, Howdy Bell, Turn 2. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, like I said, well, I had an opening all set up with this record, but anyway, we made the paper down there on the south side. So.
Okay.